I hear a lot of ladies saying, you know what, it's been forever since I got an orgasm because, man, this guy just gets his and he's done. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, your boy Emmanuel G, CEO and founder of iVow, and I'm passionate about all things love. So today we come to the end of a series that we've been doing for the last 4 weeks, for the last 3 weeks, and today is the 4th week. And it's about being friends and lovers. And the basis of this is, based on a question that I was asked: how do you keep the fire burning? How do you keep, everything lit still in marriage? And a lot of people constantly ask that question. And the answer is not just one answer. You can't just say one thing. The answer is, a four-pronged answer where we approaching it from a holistic point of view. Relationships are very dynamic, and it's important to address them from a whole, holistic point of view. In our first video, we talked about social intimacy and how it's important. In the second, video, we talked about emotional intimacy. In the third video, we talked about spiritual intimacy and how this affects, our relationships and how it helps our, the fire to keep burning within our relationships. And today we're going to address the last intimacy, which is sexual intimacy. I know y'all have been waiting for this one for so long and wondering, when's he gonna talk about sex? So let's talk about sex, guys. Let's talk about sex. Now, it's interesting that this is the last intimacy that we're going to talk about. And we're not going to talk about it probably in the way that you would like, okay? The sexual intimacy is a reason that why it is last. In fact, some experts say that if the other forms of intimacy are wanting or lacking or struggling, it actually reflects on this particular intimacy. Yet this is the intimacy that we focus on the most, because again, we're fleshly human beings, and whatever we feel physically is what we enjoy the most. And anyway, media and everything else has just found a way to blow up this intimacy above every other intimacy. Yet, on the scale of, importance, level of importance, this is probably the least. And it's the one that's dependent most on all the other ones to thrive so that it can also thrive. So it's important for you to consider your emotional, your social, and your spiritual intimacy before you think about this intimacy. Now, there are a couple of things that I feel that we can do to help this intimacy be successful. Now, we're not going to talk about sexual positions, sexual styles, and stuff like that. For this to be successful, the first thing that we need to do is have great communication. Openness. Now, there's a certain stigma, especially in some cultures, there's a certain stigma about sex and what it means, and some of us have made it dirty and a bad thing. The truth is that God himself is the one who created this thing. He created for you and I to enjoy it. He created for us to procreate. He created it so that we can bond with each other. But somewhere along the way, we have corrupted it. We have made it something that it's not supposed to be. And so, we view it in the way that we view it. But great communication is very important for sexual intimacy to thrive. Now, what do I mean by great communication? A lot of us don't speak what it is that we would like. A lot of us don't take time to listen what our partner likes. A lot of us don't take time to express ourselves in the right way and take time to, do that which we're hearing from our partner, but also to do that what our partner, needs from us. So great communication is very important. The second thing is that intentionality. Guys, you can't just have one partner constantly seeking about this. You can't have just one partner always wanting and asking for it. You know that thing, ladies, I know you know this thing, where the hand comes in the morning at 4 a.m. Are you awake? You know how they do, right? You know how they do, right? And you know, anytime, you know, they talk to you, they're constantly asking you, what you wearing? Anyway, it's lame, but yeah, intentionality. And it takes both of you to plan on this alongside the great communication, but also to plan for these sessions. What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? You know, what works for you? What works for me? So intentionality alongside the great communication helps. Now, the third one is one that has been totally thrown out of the window in this day and age, and that's exclusivity. Exclusivity is very important. A lot of people think you'll get bored with one person, but the truth is no. In fact, great sex happens when you keep one partner. Because the truth is, with the constant communication, with the constant growth over the years, you begin to learn. If your emotional intimacy and your spiritual intimacy and your social intimacy is thriving with this person, imagine how much of a deeper connection you have with them during your sessions of lovemaking. So it is important for you to consider exclusivity. Whenever you spread your seed all over the place, you get so many small momentary highs, and you keep wanting them, and you find yourself never getting satisfied. So it is important for you to consider exclusivity with that one partner. The last one is selflessness. A lot of us just want to get our own. I hear a lot of ladies saying, you know what, it's been forever since I got an orgasm, because man, this guy just gets his and he's done. And he sleeps. And I'm just left there wanting. It's important, guys, to be selfless with each other. It's important to take time and just say, hey, babe, this is your day. What do you want? And as you greatly communicate to your partner, tell them, yeah, I want you to touch me on my shoulder. I want you to twist this hair. That's what works for me. You tell her, play with my beard, especially mine now. I'm growing old, salt and pepper. My wife kind of likes it. Play with my beard, babe. That's what works for me. So it's important for you to, one, greatly communicate, be intentional about it, exclusivity, but at the same time, be selfless. Say, today we are taking care of your needs, and make sure that by the end of that day, they are fully satisfied. Guys, when we do these four things, it doesn't matter anything about positions and all that and all those things. This will guarantee you that you'll begin to enjoy a fulfilled and a thriving sexual intimacy with each other. So thank you so much for being here through this series. Remember, if this is your first day, there's 3 other videos prior to this, but there's also a channel with tons of videos that are very helpful for relationships. Don't forget to take a moment to subscribe, to like, and to also share this video with your friends, with your loved ones, with your colleagues, so that we can all begin to enjoy, thriving relationships. My name is Emmanuel G. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm out.